We interrupt this viewing of Titanic to bring you breaking news. We've just been informed of an infection developing over the past couple of weeks that is now activating B and T cells in the lymph node. Let's take a look at what's happening. Coming to you live from the lymph node, I'm here with Danny the dendritic cell, one of the first responders to this infectious situation. Danny, what do you have to say?
Well, I was an immature dendritic cell in the hand tissues. I was just engulfing and capturing antigens. All of a sudden, my toll-like receptors recognized an antigen as a pathogen. This caused my gene expression to change, and I started migrating to the nearest lymph node. Because there was an infection present, I said, "It's go time," and I put B7 on my surface. In order to present this antigen as a naive T cell, I chopped it up and put it on my MHC class II molecule. When I got to the lymph node, naive T cells began to check my MHC class II molecules.
Thank you, Danny, for that wonderful interview. Now let's go hear from the naive T cell. Returning live from the lymph node, I'm here with a naive CD4 T cell to give us her side of the story.
I was circulating through the blood as a naive CD4 T cell and arrived at the lymph node. When I got there, I used my TCR to determine if I recognized any of the peptide MHC class II combinations. On the surface of one particular dendritic cell, I recognized the peptide and MHC class II molecule. In order to ensure that was MHC class II, I used my handy-dandy CD4 co-receptor to check. Additionally, the dendritic cell had B7 on its surface, so my CD28 receptor bound to it and I was activated. I then quickly went to the B cell area boundary to interact with the B cell.
Go. Not sure who the father of your baby is? You're Rh negative. One is Rh positive. One is Rh negative. Take RhoGAM today to ensure the protection of your child and your future children. Ask your doctor today about RhoGAM.
Welcome back to our breaking news report. We go back live to the lymph node as this infection continues to wreak havoc. Let's go to a live interview at the follicular dendritic cell, or FDC as his friends call him.
Now this is a story about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. Now I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Lymph Node. In the secondary tissue, I was born and raised, and the lymph node is where I spend most of my days chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, just collecting some complemented coded bits outside of the school when a couple of pathogens that were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood. I picked up one complement coded pathogen, and Mama got scared. She said, "You're moving to a B cell in a town called Lymph Node." I pulled up to the B cell about 7 or 8 and I yelled to the B cell, "Yo homie, what's up?" I looked at my kingdom, I was finally there to sit on my throne as a prince of Lymph Node.
Well, we'll be seeing that on YouTube later, I'm sure. Now let's get some perspective from the naive B cell in the lymph node.
I was in the B cell area of the lymph node and I used my BCR to see if I could recognize any complement-coded pathogens on the surface of FDCs. On a particular FDC, my BCR recognized an antigen coded with complement. My co-receptor, which consists of CD19, CD81, and CR2, which then bound to processed bits of complement on the surface of the pathogen. I then took the complement-coded antigen, engulfed it, and processed it, and put it on my MHC class II molecule. I then made my way to the boundary area to find a T cell to complete my activation.
But first, let me take a selfie.
out the boundary area where the B cell is activating.
We can see from live footage that the activated TFH-CD4 T cell is using its TCR to recognize the peptide being presented by the B cell's MHC class II molecule. We can see that the TFH has put up CD40 ligand out on its surface. OMG, the B cell CD40 is binding with the CD40 ligand. We can see that the TFH cell is releasing the cytokine IL-10. This cytokine is binding to the B cell using a receptor specifically for IL-10. We are seeing B cell activation live. Whoa, the B cell is becoming a plasma cell. This plasma cell is now spitting out antibodies that are traveling to the lymph node and entering the blood and ultimately going to fight infection in the hand.
Don't forget the adjuvants. Get vaccinated today.
Sorry for that brief interruption, capturing an immune disaster, but now we take you back to your viewing of the Titanic. Thank you for your time.